This video is about festivals, and then under the festivals we explore the significance of cultural practices, traditions and celebrations in Ghana. And two, you will be able to identify celebrations, positive cultural practices and traditions of different cultures in Ghana. So without wasting much time, let's go to explore the significance of cultural practices, traditions and celebrations in Ghana. There are many cultural practices in Ghana. This is because most of the tribes in Ghana migrated from different places to settle here. Some of the tribes came with their own cultural practices, traditions and celebrations. Some of the cultural practices are good and others are not good for human health. Examples of bad cultural practices are female genital mutilation, trochasy system, widowhood rights. They are considered bad because they abuse human rights. Anyone who practices these cultures will be arrested by the police. And examples of positive cultural practices are marriages, funerals, birth rights, and others. So let's go to examples of celebrations are festivals, chieftaincy, and others. So traditions are beliefs which are passed on from one generation to another generation. For example, greeting. So greeting is what? A tradition. Okay. So in this video, we shall use some various, or we will learn about how the various religion festivals are celebrated, and we will also study the significance of religious festivals of the various festivals in our community. So now let us discuss the festival according to the three main religions and point out their religious, moral, social, and economic significance. When we say the three main, we are talking about the traditionalists, the Christians, and then Muslims. So identify celebrations, positive cultural practices, and traditions of different cultures in Ghana. So one of the most common celebrations in Ghana is festivals. It is celebrated by almost all the tribes in Ghana. Some festivals are celebrated by Christians, others are celebrated by Muslims, and traditionalists also celebrate their festivals. So can you briefly describe how Christians celebrate Christmas? What about Eid al-Fitr by Muslims? So before we go to the Christian festivals, let's look at the meaning of festivals. A festival is a special occasion celebrated by a group of people to remember past events. Okay, so we will go to Christian festivals, and then we will learn about Muslim festivals and traditional festivals. So let's begin. Okay, Christian festivals are festivals that are celebrated by Christians to remember great achievements of Jesus Christ during his time on earth. The various Christian religious festivals will be explained to you. So let's look at the various Christian religious festivals. One is Christmas, that's the birth of Christ. Two is Good Friday, that's crucifixion. And then Easter. So these are the three main religious Christian festivals that will be discussed. So let's take Christmas and then discuss about it. What is at all about Christmas? Christmas is an occasion celebrated by Christians to remember the birth of Jesus Christ. It is celebrated generally on 25th December by Christians around the world. The birth of Jesus Christ is explained in the four Gospels in the Bible, especially the book of Matthew and Luke. When Jesus Christ was born, Mary wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, since there was no room for them at that moment. Shepherds from Bethlehem were told of the birth by an angel and were the first to see the child. After the birth of Jesus Christ, wise men named Melchior, Caspar, and Balthazar presented gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh to the baby Jesus in the manger. The visitors were led by a mysterious star, commonly known as the Star of Bethlehem, to have announced the birth of a king of the Jews. Okay, so now let's go to activities which take place during Christmas celebration. So during Christmas, what do we do there? What are the things that we do? During Christmas period, Christians perform customs such as gift giving, singing Christmas songs and carols, exchanging Christmas cards, church celebrations, cooking special meals, and displaying various decorations in our homes, including Christmas trees and Christmas lights. On Christmas occasion, special church services are held to thank God for the gift of Jesus Christ. Prayers are said for children, parents, unemployed, and the sick. So after church service, gifts are presented to friends and relatives in the form of food, money, drinks, clothes, and Christmas cards. So these are the things that we do during Christmas. So let's go to the number 2, Good Friday. That's crucifixion. Good Friday is a religious day to remember the crucifixion of Jesus and his death on the cross. It is also known as Easter Friday. Good Friday is observed on the Friday before Easter Sunday. On this day, Christians remember the passion or suffering and death of Jesus Christ on the cross. And so, many Christians spend this day by fasting, praying for repentance, and meditating on the suffering of Christ on the cross. Jesus Christ was arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane. Judas received money, 30 pieces of silver, for betraying Jesus, and told the guards that whoever he kisses is the one they are to arrest. So the place where Jesus Christ was crucified was called the place of the skull. It is also called Golgotha in Hebrew and Calvary in Latin. Jesus Christ was assisted by Simon of Cyrene to carry his cross to the site to be crucified. So now let's go to the activities which take place during Good Friday celebration. On Good Friday, Christians attend church service, and some of them decide to wear mourning clothes that are black and red to indicate the sad moment of Christ's death. At some churches, drama is performed to show how Jesus Christ suffered before and during the crucifixion. This is called the way to the cross. Usually, special prayers are said and mourning songs and hymns are also sung. Orthodox churches such as Methodist, Presbyterian, and Roman Catholic mostly sing hymns. Pentecostal and charismatic churches celebrate Good Friday at conventions. At conventions, different prophets, pastors, and other reverend ministers are invited to preach and lead special prayers. So these are the things that we do during Good Friday. And then last not but the least, Easter. Easter is a festival celebrated by Christians to remember the resurrection of Jesus Christ. The festival marks the end of Lent, which is a 40-day fasting period of the Christians, especially Methodists, Presbyterians, Roman Catholic, and Anglican. The resurrection of Jesus Christ is considered as a rebirth of Christianity. People sing happy songs in the church to remember the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So now let's go to the activities which take place during Easter celebration. On the day of Easter, which is always Sunday, Christians attend special church service. They dress in their best clothes to show the joy they have after mourning the death of Jesus. On this day, the service is characterized with joy as Christians sing, dance, and hear messages of hope from the pastors and other preachers. After church service, they go home to continue the celebration by cooking and serving assorted drinks and food with friends and neighbors. The next the next day is Easter Monday. Picnics are organized by churches for their members. Christians use this important moment to make new friends and share new ideas. So these are the activities that take place during what? Christmas, Good Friday, and Easter. So now let's go to some religious importance of Christian festivals and social significance of Christian festivals and moral significance of Christian festivals. Okay, religious significance of Christian festivals. Let's discuss what are the religious significance of Christian festivals. 1. Christian festivals help us to rededicate our lives to God. It helps us to rededicate our lives to God. 2. Christian festivals help us to remember the love of God. That is, God sent His Son to die for us. Okay. Number 3. Christian festivals help us to give thanks to God for His protection and care. Then number 4. Christian festivals such as Easter help us seek blessings from God. It helps us to seek blessings from God. Now, let's go to social significance of Christian festivals. Christian festivals are celebrated to remember the poor and needy people in the community. This is done by giving them gifts. Number 2, through festivals, friends and relatives come together and new friends are made. Number 3, Christian festivals provide the opportunity for workers and school children to rest because of the long holiday. Number 4, they provide an opportunity to honor some hard-working people in the community. So these are the social significance of Christian festivals. Let's go to moral significance of Christian festivals. Christian festival 1. Help people to forgive one another. 2. Christian festivals promote peace and unity among people. 3. Children are taught to obey their parents. And 4. Christian festivals teach people to be kind to others. So these are religious, social, moral significance of what? Christian festivals. Let's go to economic significance of Christian festivals. What are the impacts on our economy during Christian festivals? 1. People give gifts in the form of money to their friends. 2. Many churches raise funds to support the work of God. 3. During Christian festivals, many people buy items from the markets. This helps the businessmen and women to raise money for themselves. 4. The festivals encourage people to import things into the country to sell. So now that we are done with Christian festivals, let's go to Islamic festivals. Islamic festivals are special occasions celebrated by Muslims to remember the great contributions of Prophet Muhammad and his teachings. So the details of the festivals are explained. So 1, we will consider these two festivals, Eid al-Adha and Eid al-Fitr. So let's start with Eid al-Fitr. Eid al-Fitr is a Muslim festival that marks the end of fast in the Islamic holy month of Ramadan. It means festivity, while Fitr means breaking the fast. The festival celebrates the ending of 29 or 30 days of fasting. The celebration lasts for 3 days. So now let's go to activity which take place during Eid al-Fitr celebration. During the celebration, Muslims wake up early in the morning before sunrise, clean the teeth and take shower before Fajr prayers. They put on their new clothes and attend mosque. The 8 prayers are performed in congregations in open areas like fields, community centers or mosques. So after the prayers, The Imam then preaches a sermon from the Quran. The sermon is mostly about God's forgiveness, mercy, peace, and blessings. After the service, Muslims greet each other, and this helps them to establish good relationship. When they come home, special dishes are prepared for the season. Friends and relatives are generally invited. Gifts and greetings are exchanged throughout the day. Children receive presents and money called Idi from their relatives and elders. The money is mostly given to orphans at the charity home. So these are the things that go on during Eid al-Fitr. So let's discuss Eid al-Adha. Eid al-Adha is also called the Feast of Sacrifice. Eid al-Adha is a commemoration of Prophet Ibrahim's, that's Abraham, willingness to sacrifice his son Ishmael as an act of what? Submission to Allah's command. Eid al-Adha celebration lasts 3 days. In Muhammad's time, a camel was usually the animal sacrifice. So what are the activities which take place during Eid al-Adha celebration? So let's look at activities which take place during Eid al-Adha celebration. During the celebration of Eid al-Adha, Muslims wake up early in the morning for Eid prayer service. After the prayers, the Imam delivers a sermon in which he explains the importance of the festival. Muslims return home to slaughter their animals. The animals to be sacrificed are bought before the 8th day by those who can afford. The animals should be free from defects and should be fully grown. Before the animal is slaughtered, the hand of the butcher is placed on it and a prayer is said. The meat from the animal is divided into 3 portions. 1/3 is eaten by the immediate family and relatives. 1/3 is given to friends and neighbors, and 1/3 is given to the poor. So now let's go to some of the religious significance of Islamic festivals, social significance of Islamic festivals, moral significance of Islamic festivals, and economic significance of what? Islamic festival, as we did for Christian festivals. So one, let's discuss the religious significance of Islamic festivals. One is Islamic festivals remind Muslims about the sacrifice Ibrahim wanted to make by deciding to use his son. 2. Islamic festivals make Muslims get closer to God. 3. Islamic festivals make Muslims get committed to Allah. 4. Muslims renew their faith in Allah during Islamic festivals. 5. Muslims show their appreciation to Allah through thanksgiving. So these are the religious significance of Islamic festival. Let's go to social significance of Islamic festival. 1. During Islamic festivals, Muslims make new friends to promote peace and unity. 2. During Islamic festivals, Muslims take time to rest from hard work since it is a national holiday. 3. Islamic festivals bring people from far and near to celebrate together. 4. Some Muslims use this occasion to visit their friends and relatives. 5. During Islamic festivals, there are a lot of fun activities such as musical and dance shows, parties, excursions, and movies. Let's go to moral significance of Islamic festivals. 1. Islamic festivals teach Muslims to have self-control over issues that provoke. 2. Islamic festivals make Muslims share what they have with the poor and the needy in the society. 3. Muslims learn to forgive one another. 4. Muslims are taught to be obedient to the authority. And 5. Muslim festivals teach Muslims to respect the authority. So let's go to the last one, the economic significance of Islamic festival. One, during festivals, there is a lot of buying and selling. People buy food and drinks for their family members and friends. All these people, or all these help people to generate what? Money for themselves. Two, people use festival times to plan and raise funds for developmental projects in their communities. And three, some of them start a business with what? With the money received from friends. So now that we are done with the social, religious, social, moral, economic significance of Islamic festivals, let's go to traditional festivals and discuss some of them.